Aha. It seems to be working this time. It was doing this little circle saying going live, going live, going live, and it never actually went live for a really long time. So I had to just adjust things. And of course, I was so set up and ready, and then I had to adjust things, and now I don't feel ready. Anywho, welcome. I am here. I have put my hair nice. See, now if I was just doing no live video, it would just be in ponytail. So this is nice hair, just in case you're wondering. And I do have a plan for today. Of course, I never tell anybody that I'm about to go live. And I'm sorry, I just am not that organized with children. So Dad took the kids away, and I thought, well, quick, let's make a video. And I don't really like that shining on my glasses, but I do need it for the light. So I'm not sure how to fix that. Hopefully it doesn't bother you guys that much. Let me just put it lower. Does it help? Well, it helps, but then there's not much light on my face. Can you still see me? There is still a shine on the glasses. I can't take them off because then I'm pretty much blind and I can't see. Hello, Pamela. Welcome, welcome. We must have been on the same time schedule or something, because definitely there are people who are never going to see my lives because they'll be sleeping. Ooh, a butterfly. Oh, is it this? This is not actually a butterfly, but it does kind of look like a butterfly. This one is called Evelyn's Motif, and it's kind of an older pattern. But I put it here because there's a bunch of junk under there, and I was like, well, it looks nicer to at least show off a pattern, right? That was the plan there. I don't know, but that might be the butterfly, you think. I look behind me at the pictures. The kids drew pictures. Alice did all of those giraffes and people and stickers on a donkey. I don't know what that is. And of course, more construction things laying in a corner. That's all right. So today, besides just saying like, hi, I'm alive, I'm here, pay attention to me. I love them too. I love actually all the artwork on our walls. We have a lot of like junk drawings on our walls. People would be like, why did you put that up? Because it looks like this. And Alice just loves art. She's 7 and she just draws and colors. And some of her stuff is on scrap paper, and then you can tell, like, you can either see through it or like the back of it is something that I printed and it was garbage. And she still posts them. If she wants to put it up on the wall, then it's important enough to her. It's important enough to me. That's kind of how we do it in our house. Art is important to everyone here, so we show it off. Let's see if I can remember what I was saying. Hi. I don't know. I know that the beginning minutes on a live are weird. If I had scheduled the live, I would expect to do some sort of like waiting, sort of like if you were having a show, you would wait for people to show up. But I didn't schedule it, so I think anybody that shows up is just going to be random anyways, and then it'll be rewatchable, and that'll be fine. So I'm just going to jump into the point of my video today, if you can really say there is a point of any of my videos. Mostly it's just for me to babble. So I wanted to say today is Saturday, the 23rd, and in my time zone, it is 10:52 a.m., which means you have about 13 hours left to get the wall hangings bundle. The wall hangings bundle was pretty small. It's only 5 patterns, and it only has the Falala wall hanging, which in the picture, I also showed a picture, and Heather Passmore had made it like as a shawl. And the pattern actually has written instructions that tell you repeat from here to here, and then you could make it like a blanket. It would say falala, falala, falala. Oh, I keep bumping my table and everything vibrates. Sorry. So that one's like in my wall hangings bundle, but it really can be everything, which is pretty much all my patterns, right? Then there was the Blooming Owl wall hanging, which is pretty much one of my favorites. And then the 3 Parisian ones, which is Eiffel Tower, an Autre Fleur de Lis. Those are wall hangings because they're supposed to match the Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower, I don't have anyone to show you because it got lost in the mail. So I'm a little bit sad about that. But those wall hangings as a bundle was created so that I could tell you. Oh, there goes my elbow again. Let me just move my chair. Okay. The wall hangings bundle was created so that I could tell you I'm cool and I'm in a magazine. That's pretty much it. I didn't expect it to do super great on sales because it's only 5 patterns. And obviously people are more interested in the week before, the squares bundles, because that was like 90 some patterns in a bundle and it was at a much higher discount. So I understand that not everyone was interested. Plus, with only 5 patterns, it's more likely that if you already owned 1 or 2 or 3, you don't want to buy the bundle again. So I fully expected that would not make as many sales, and it did not. So we are almost ready to do the final week, and the final week is blankets. Now, most of my patterns are blankets. Even like this one is a motif, but you're supposed to like take this square and create a blanket. You're supposed to sew them together, which I have a pile of squares here that I will get to eventually, and I'll join them together and I'll have something pretty. But the complicated part of creating the blanket bundle is that, one, I have a ton of blankets, and the expense for a blanket versus a square means I don't think anyone, well, maybe there's someone, but I don't think as a rule it would be a great idea to bundle all of my blankets like I did with the squares. 90 squares is still quite expensive, and I had some people say, like, that's a really expensive bundle. I don't want that. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. That's fine. I know. That's why they were also on sale individually. So the blankets is going to be slightly confusing maybe for some of you. I know I've seen some of the computer skills, and I know that not everyone has them. That's the truth. Not everyone can do Ravelry stuff, right? So I know it's going to be confusing for some of you, but I wanted to still go over it a little bit and see if it will help lessen the confusion. And it's a bit of a tease because it doesn't start until tomorrow or midnight, really. I'll probably be awake at midnight, and then I'll do my draw on my MailChimp subscribers list. I'll pick like a random number and then count through the list. I don't know how else to do it besides counting numbers. So hopefully the number that it picks is not close to the middle, because that'll be the most counting for me. If it picks like 900, I'll start from the bottom and count up. And if it picks like 100, I'll start from the top and count down. But otherwise, that way I can only count 100 versus 100. I have like 1,000 subscribers. Maybe that would have been a clue to if I say 900. Let's start that over. I have about 1,000 subscribers on my MailChimp list. And if I pick a random number, and then I will order them by subscriber date or whatever, that's the default order. So if all about 1,000 subscribers are listed there, and then I go to my random number picker and I'll pick something, and if it says like 950, I'm only going to count from 1,000 backwards. I'm going to go 50 or whatever the numbers actually are, right? I'll do it real. That way I won't have as much counting. So if it picks like 500, that's going to be the most counting for me, because that'll be the middle. That was what I was trying to say. Anyway, if you're subscribed to my mailing list, you'll be part of that draw, and I will send the winner an email. I won't be announcing the names. It's not like a public forum. So if you're in my Facebook group and you win something, I say, hey, this is the person who won it, because they're already in the group and it's a private group. You only see that person. If someone comments on an Instagram post and it's a public Instagram post and you comment that you want to win, then it's already public. So I have no problem tagging your name. But the MailChimp subscribing list is technically private. I don't sell my list. I don't share it with anyone. And I'm not going to out you. Not that it's like a poor list to be on or anything, but I'm not going to say your name unless I message you and say, hey, you won. Can I announce you? And you can say no, or you can say yeah. And then if you say yes, I'll announce you. If you say no, that's fine. You still win. Okay. That's 2 separate issues. And so I will send someone a message saying you won. And then tomorrow I will send everybody an email saying it's a new week. Blankets are the bundle this week. So here's the preview for the blanket bundle. So don't buy the blankets today. That's really what I'm saying. I know it's not like great for sales for me, but don't buy the bundle. Don't buy any blankets today. Buy them tomorrow, because tomorrow all my blanket patterns are going to be on sale. Let me make sure I got the number right for you. Okay. I believe I have the number in my head, but if I say it wrong, then what would I have to do, right? I had this open, and of course it fell asleep. Technology. Oh, well, that beep is my printer. So, okay, the technology in my house is going cuckoo. And it's very small. Yeah, I feel like an old person. Oh, I can't see my phone. Okay, the blanket discount. So just like every other week, it's been a discount or a bundle. And this one is no different. So you'll get 30% off any blanket. And you don't need a code. It'll be on Etsy and Ravelry. Automatically, all my blankets are going to be 30% off. Now, the patterns that aren't blankets aren't going to be on sale. And I believe that you can still add them to your cart at the same time if you wanted them, but that's up to you. The bundle, now there's way too many to bundle all together. I went over that part already. So the bundle is going to be a DIY bundle. You have to add 10 blankets to your cart and then you'll get 60% off. If you add 9 blankets to your cart, it's just going to be that automatic 30% off, or less than 9, obviously. So that's where the confusion is going to come in, because people are going to be like, well, maybe this one didn't count as a blanket. So before you check out and pay the money, make sure you know what you're paying, okay? Because Ravelry doesn't actually have a refund method. It's all digital files. So as soon as you buy it, it's yours. And I have had somebody buy it on Ravelry, buy something on Ravelry, even though it was not her first purchase. For this one, for whatever reason, she went through PayPal in her bank and gave me a chargeback fee and claimed that it was a fraudulent charge. I am not forcing you to push those buttons, okay? So if you don't want to spend the money on my patterns, don't press checkout. I'm not forcing you. So make sure, if you're not sure, message me. I'm pretty much available all the time. I do sleep randomly, but not long enough. So that is what I want to go over in the bundle thing, is that make sure when you're adding them that the discount is what you expect it to be. If you're expecting to get the 60% bundle discount, make sure it's actually showing a 60% bundle discount, because if it's not, I can't fix that for you if you've already paid the money. If it's not showing that, then we have to go over your list. Well, how many is in your list? Are they all blankets? Now, for the purposes of this pattern bundle, the definition of blanket is going to be baby blankets and larger. So in my squares bundle, I did those small squares. This was like a 20 window square, and then this was a 40 window square. So you can see like it would be, it's either 20 windows wide or it's 40 windows wide, which actually means it's 4 times the size as this one. And then the baby blankets, which I think I have right here. Oh, I can't reach it. It's too far away. Well, that's okay. You know what a baby blanket is. It's just bigger. So that's a 60 window square is the smallest baby blanket, which means anything bigger than that counts as a blanket. There are a few random things like a scarf. I'm not putting that in the blankets. And there's like a hockey sticks. It's kind of a weird shape. It's not a blanket. So make sure that you know what you're putting in there. And just like the other bundles, you can't put an ebook in to get the bundle discount. So I don't even know if I have a blanket ebook. I don't think, well, there'd be blankets in an ebook maybe. So the Many Hearts ebook has blankets in it, but it also has squares. And that bundle, you can't add that and count it as a blanket. It has to be individual blankets. Then you can get 60% off, which is a pretty good deal, I think. So I know it's not for everyone. Nobody is going to say everything I do is for everyone. But somebody out there is probably going to want 10 blankets at 60% off. So that's what it is. And if you don't want 10, you can still get 30% off. It's a pretty good deal. And if you don't want any of those, that's fine by me. You can just wait and I will come up with more patterns and you will like something later. But out of my blankets, I think that somebody will like something. It does mean that my shawl patterns never went on sale, and I'm sorry. They'll have to put them on sale later. If there's like a pattern that you were really hoping was going to be in my Designaversary celebration and it never went on sale, you could ask me, and I'll be like, let's put it on sale next month. I don't know. So that is the bundle thing. Oh, one more thing. I printed off this thing. That's why my printer turned off. See, look, this is a screenshot. Oh, it's too bright. Okay, let's turn off those lights. Click. How about now? Oh, is it going to show? So this is what it looks like on Ravelry. Maybe it's not going to show. So if you go to ravelry.com/designers/Ashley-Brotzel, that's me, then you get to this and it tells you, this is me, blah, blah, blah. And then it shows some bundles, bonk, bonk, bonk. And then there's a little thing here and you have to click it. It says view all bundles. 11 apparently. I have 11 bundles. This is how Ravelry lets you organize things. Otherwise, if you go down a little further, it's just all my patterns listed and there's like 6 or 7 pages, six pages that you could scroll through and you would see all my patterns, which is fine too. And then if you scroll even farther down, there's an ebook section, and they call them publications. So anything that I've had published in a magazine gets also stuck down there, and ebooks that I've created. So this section of bundles is really just where I can say, well, if you wanted to see all my shawls, I have put them into this section. You can click here, and it's only shawls in that little section. And if you wanted to see just blankets, click here. But the blankets doesn't include the baby blankets. Those are 60 window squares. So that's where I thought some of the confusion might come in. So blankets includes these 60 window baby blankets. Those will both be in the baby blankets and bigger blankets bundles for this sale week. See, I confused myself even saying it. That's why I know people are going to be confused. I was trying to make my sales interesting and informative / fun. I don't know. That is what I do. I do things that are weird. So the point of that is that's how you get the bundle stuff. Now, I know I've already been babbling for so long, and some people are like, that's too long. I'm not watching this. And I'm like, that's too bad. I babble. This is who I am. So I also wanted to go over just quickly. Yesterday, I published 2 new videos and PDF tutorials that go along with them. And this one is the square. Where's my tiny squares? Okay, these aren't the squares. These are the ones, but these are both interlocking. I thought I had a sample here of my mosaic ones, but I left them on the couch, I think. They could be in this bag. It doesn't matter. Anyways, go check out my tutorials. That's the point of that. So one of the things that I mentioned at the tutorial for the interlocking one is that you can lock these flaps together. So that's what I've done with this one. There's nothing to show you because it won't open. And I was creating the next pattern. That's all these. This is called Dream a Dream. This is the interlocking one. These are all mosaic. I'm going to turn them into something cool later. I have to make more squares probably. I think I want a sweater, and I'm not like a size 0, so I need more squares. But back to this square. This is the interlocking one. And you can see that because of the design, this one has quite a bit of flap because of the edge design. This one doesn't have the same edge design, which means there's actually most of it is locked in pretty well. However, it does still have a little bit of flap. So this is the same pattern. I just use a smaller yarn. And I am trying to lock in these flaps. And I'm using the technique that I used in this. But because all of these required locking in, it was a little different than this one. So this one, when you lock it in, if it says it's a back stitch, that's when I do the drop down and I grab it from the back. If it says a front stitch, like this one, well, that one's wrong. I had to pull that out. A front stitch is just going to be your regular front stitch. It's going to go back down and drop and grab that. So that's the only part that I was thinking maybe for this pattern, I have to make a video again because it sort of technically follows this technique, but it shows it differently. That's all. That was pretty much what I wanted to say, is that there's just a little extra. So I'll probably make a video, I think. I'm not sure if I'll make a video of the whole thing or just the border lines. You'll have to tell me if you desperately need a video, and I will try to make one. So that's pretty much all I have for today. I am going to crochet. I'm going to work on the patterns. I do have some pretty yarn down there. That's another project that I was going to try, but I always have too many projects. And I know that the timing doesn't work for everyone. I wish I could do better at lives. I've seen other people schedule their lives, and I would like to do that someday. Not quite at that point. And I've seen people say, oh, it's New Pattern Friday or something like that. And they schedule like new patterns only come out on Fridays. And I'm not quite organized like that either. So sometimes I compare myself too much to all these things. And then I go, well, I must be failing and I suck. So it always feels nice when people tell me I'm not. Just FYI. That's pretty much it. The bundle thing was confusing. The kids are out of the house, so I might as well make a video. And I wanted to show that this weird little border thing, I'll probably have to make another video. That's all I planned for today. Short video, only 19 minutes. I don't know if everyone's going to watch it, but some people will watch it. You can watch it from the beginning and tell me stuff. And I will get back to work. Thank you for my commenters telling me how much they love blankets, aka me, right? Love my art on the wall, aka me. Everybody loves me. I'm gonna pretend y'all love me. That's all. I'm just being silly. That's why I know I have to end the video and get back to work. So that's pretty much it. I think I will go press this button and you guys can go crochet some patterns. And don't buy any blankets today. Wait until tomorrow. That's really the point. Bye, guys.